And this is where the wedding will be, under this.
I've never felt. It's kind of hard for me to explain her personality in everything.
Oops, sorry, Jade.
Made it. We did it. We're here. Thank you, everybody. Welcome. Good afternoon and welcome. Today is the celebration of love and commitment. A wedding is a ceremony. It's joyous, and it is one that is full of dreams, hope, and excitement. We are all here today to honor, support, and rejoice in the love that Brittany and Walt share. You have come from near and far to witness their special day, and they are truly blessed to have you all here in their lives. As a quick reminder, it's an unplugged ceremony. So the bride and groom have asked that you silence your cell phones and be present in the moment and truly enjoy in the excitement that this couple is going to share. Marriage is a time-honored tradition and should never be entered lightly. Brittany and Walt have made a very serious and important decision in choosing to marry one another today, entering a sacred covenant as lifelong partners. In speaking with the couple prior to today, I learned much about their pasts, some of the ups and downs they have experienced, the journey they have taken to get to this point, and where they hope and plan to see their marriage grow. Brittany shared with me that the relationship that they have is proof that there are good things to experience in this world, that Walt is fiercely loyal, caring, and spontaneous, that they are an example that everyone is worthy of and capable of lasting and healthy relationships. Walt stated that their family unit is built on love and devotion, that blended families and second chances are possible. He described Brittany as his best friend, a beautiful person inside and out. She is kind and giving and truly cares about everyone she encounters. A reading that the couple has asked for me to share is by James Kavanaugh, called "To Love is Not to Possess." To love is not to possess, to own or imprison, nor to lose oneself in another. Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that only isolation does not permit. It is finally to be able to be who you really are, no longer clinging to childish dependencies, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself and perfectly joined in permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self. Love only endures when it moves like waves, receding and returning gently or passionately, or moving lovingly like the tide in the moon's own predictable harmony, because finally, despite a child's scars, or an adult's deepest wounds, they are openly free to be who they really are and always secretly were. In the very core of their being, where true and lasting love can alone abide. You guys want to hold hands?
Closer a little bit.
I know, right?
A little bit closer.
While the commitment begins with the two of you, its effect radiates outward. It touches your daughters, Carl and Peyton, family, friends, and ultimately all of society. When this commitment is seriously made and continuously fulfilled, it leads to the richest and most rewarding of human relationships. Marriage does not just magically happen. Healthy homes are not just wished into existence. Love must be chosen and sought after. Your relationship will take trust. Trust to know in your hearts that you want only what is best for one another. Your relationship will take dedication. Dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and grow, even when it's difficult to do so. And faith. Faith to go forward together without knowing what the future holds for you both. Walt, I want to remind and charge you that no one can speak life and love and approval and success and acceptance over Brittany like you can. Your voice is the most powerful voice in each other's lives, and what is spoken to her and over her will indeed manifest. Sometimes it takes days and sometimes it takes years, but remember the words you speak come with great power in your role as a husband. And Brittany, as his wife, I encourage you and charge you to keep his life cup full of laughter, full of strength, and full of joy. Be a place where he can come on his best days and worst, and remind him that you are there to stand by his side and always will. Walt, do you take Brittany to be your wedded wife? Do you promise to love her, comfort her? Hold on, there's one more to it. Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, remaining faithful to her, as long as you both shall live? I do.
Say
Do you take Walt to be your wedded husband? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, remaining faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Walt and Brittany have written their own vows, and they will be sharing them with you now with one another.
Yeah, I was told that.
You know it's on.
Dave, because you always think I'm mad at you if I use Brittany. Dave, there's been a long road that has led us both here today. One that started way before we even knew each other. Whether it's fate or just the natural ebbs and flows of life that led to our eventual union, I am grateful. You are my tether to the ground when the world seems like it's floating away. You have the ability to see through my distress with a few charts and graphs. You always have me back on track. I admire you for your selflessness and positivity. I admire you for your persistence and will to do things on your own. And I thank you for always having enough patience for the both of us. You are an inspiration to me and always have me striving to be a better person. You have a heart that is open 24 hours, and I'm honored that you have given me and Pearl a permanent home there. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity we've been given. Chance to create a family where once there was two. You and I have been through a lot separately and together. I love how we both have taken that life experience and used it to learn from each other and encourage each other to grow instead of resist. You let me be me and love me more because of it. Whether it's singing Purple Rain while the girls are way too up late after bedtime, or embracing my excitement when I start a way too big DIY project. You're there by my side laughing all the way. It's the snuggles in bed with our farm, It's the evening walk to the beach. It's the hectic schedules. It's the bills that are due. It's the highs. It's the lows. It's all I ever want. I promise to never ever forget that. I promise to pick you up when you're down and to let you do the same for me. I promise to always say yes to whatever life brings us, knowing that I'll be there right by your side through it all. I promise to always care and protect for you and our family. We have been a family for so long. But now it's official. I promise to start the coffee maker. I promise to remind you to breathe. And I promise that I'll always go on that last minute sunrise watch. This marriage is an opportunity for the both of us to do things on our own terms. I know in my heart that we are doing something truly special. And I take great pride in that. We are capable of great things, and our mutual respect and true and honest desire to build each other up is why I know we will continue to grow and thrive together. Thank you for diving in and throwing caution to the wind that night at Roberts, and ever since. Babe, you're the cream in my coffee, the Batman in my Robin, the George Michael to my Wham. And I love you.
Okay, it's my turn? Okay. Ooh, how do I top that? Okay. Babe, because I also started mine the same way. I should have known when our very first date was like 5 hours long that we would be spending the rest of our lives together. Over the last 5 years, we have grown together from two individuals who had experienced the lowest of lows alone to supporting each other through our own highs and lows in love and strength. Those individual paths that led us to each other weren't easy, but together we forged ahead on a new path of our own, with the road to come our greatest adventure. Thank you for loving me so patiently and wildly. Through all the experiences we had building our family, your unwavering faith in us gives me strength every day. And today, I say with the same exact faith that you carry, that we made it. We found and built a home for each other. We've built a home in which our family can thrive. I am so grateful and honored to celebrate the home that we've lovingly crafted with you, our girls, and all of our favorite people today. From this day forward, I promise to love you through thick and thin, side by side. I promise to always challenge myself to be the best version of myself for you and to encourage you to pursue your fullest potential. I promise to balance out all of your crazy ideas. Seriously. I promise to let your crazy ideas trump my need to have a plan, but only sometimes. I promise to be there when you need me. I promise you can always go barefoot in all the best patches of grass. I promise to give both of us grace when we need it the most. I promise to make space for boy stuff when being in a house full of girls gets too hard. I promise that I will listen to you and I will learn from you. I promise to support you and accept your support. I will celebrate your successes and triumphs and mourn and grieve your losses like they are my own. I promise to stay by your side when our love is easy and to hold more tightly to you when our love is hard. I promise that I will respect you as an individual, support you through difficult times, rejoice with you through happy times, be loyal to you always, and above all, love you as my husband and my best friend. I'm almost done. Oh, one more. I got a little bit more I am so proud to call you my husband. Thank you for loving me so wholeheartedly. It has been one of the most profound gifts of my life, and I swear I will rejoice in it for the rest of our lives. I love you.
Yes, sir, Walt.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
We're getting there. The promises which you have spoken to each other today are forever inscribed in your minds and hearts. But words are fleeting, so let these rings serve as a reminder of the promises you have made today. Yep. Place this ring on Brittany's left hand and repeat after me. Brittany, I give you this ring
Brittany, I give you this ring.
as a sign of my love and unending devotion.
My son, my love, and undying devotion.
I promise to always cherish you.
Sorry.
I promise to always cherish you. Honor you and comfort you. Honor you and comfort you. I promise that I will love you and keep my heart open to you all the days of my life. Brittany, please place this ring on Walt's left hand and repeat after me. Walt, I give you this ring
Walt, I give you this ring
as a sign of my love and unending devotion.
as a sign of my love and unending devotion.
I promise to always cherish you, honor you, and comfort you.
I promise to always cherish you, honor you, and comfort you.
I promise that I will love you and keep my heart open to you
I promise that I will love you and keep my heart open to you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
So you've declared your love for each other. In your decision to spend the rest of your lives together, you've accepted the responsibilities of parenthood towards each other's children as well. You've established a home where each child finds love, security, and acceptance. This is one of the greatest rewards you can share with one another. And as Pearl and Peyton grow up, they have the opportunity to witness a real and true love story.
Somebody hug her. Somebody hug her. Can't take it all. Oh.
I encourage you to remember the feelings you have today. I encourage you to remember when you first realized, this is my person. Remember what it is that this person has done to be with you. The thick and the thin, the ups and the downs. Remember these kinds of things along your journey. Having witnessed your vows for marriage before all who are assembled here today, as you give your word and pledge your love and life to each other, by the power and authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Well, you may kiss your bride.
Everybody bring it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to your feet. As I have the privilege to introduce for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Walt Forrest.
I'm sorry.
Life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine.
Start tonight's introductions. Starting off with the parents of the bride, please give it up for Karen and Mike Benedetto. Keep those hands going for the father of the bride, Fred Wood.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, keep those hands going for our honorary ushers today. Liam and Logan Weber. Come on, give it up for these guys. They did a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, For the parents of the groom, please welcome Walter and Kathleen Forrest. Keep those hands going right now for our maids of honor, Peyton and Pearl. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I need everybody to please rise for the reason we are all here today. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the new Mr. and Mrs. Forrest! Here we go for him, come on! Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to ask our beautiful bride and groom to christen our dance floor to a very special song. It is the song of their choice. One more time, let's hear it for our beautiful bride and groom. And at this time, we're going to invite our beautiful bride to bring her father up. Let's hear it for the bride and her father.
Tell you how much I love you, though you think you already know. I remember I thought you looked like an angel wrapped in pink, so soft and warm. You've had me wrapped around your finger since the day you were born. Take
gentlemen, let's hear it for the bride and her father. And at this time, we invite the group.
Oh, sing it!
I feel like this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for a million years, and my thoughts are the words. I find myself drowning in love, dear. Sunshine of my life. Why I'll always stay around. You are the apple. Forever you stay You must have known that I was lonely. Don't you gave me my rescue. I know that this must be. I get so much love inside. Why the sunshine of my life? Why I'll always stay around.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the groom and his mom. Did you know you were doing this? There you go.
Check. 1, 2, check. Thank you. Would you pray with me, please? Father God, we thank you for this day. I ask you heap blessings on Walt and Brittany and their beautiful family. I ask that you bless this food to our bodies, Lord, that you give us opportunities to be standing stones for you, and that you would always keep us in your light. In Jesus' blessed name we pray.
Nice big round of applause for Uncle Bruce.
Linger there, touch your hair and walk with me. All summer, we sing a song, then we stroll back over the sand.
right, on the count of 3, they're gonna feed each other. Uh-oh. You ready? Let me hear a 1. Come on, you guys can do better than that. Let me hear a 1. Let me hear a 2. Let me hear a 3. Feed each other. Let's hear it for the bride and groom.
Turn you on, girl, we can see you when them up on ya. Girl, done body long, nah, eat no yam, not So I would like to thank obviously our friends, 99 Reasons, our friends, we are friends now, and thank you. I will always follow you wherever you are listening.
that you had us.
I will follow you.
Next time you're in Caroline's, I'm there. I would like to thank Lauren, our coordinator.
Beautiful, huh?
Every time I asked her, I said, Lauren, I don't think I can do it. She said it would be fine. And it was fine. So thank you. And to everybody, like, to Walt, thank you.
Ding ding.
I mean, the assholes people are gone, but yes. Hi to everybody out there. Love you. Because he had to take somebody home. Oh, did he have body home?
Yep.
That Brian was invaluable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Everybody was invaluable.
Oh, we had
This
so
was a
many
great
Brians.
show. It turned out great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for having us. We love it.
Thank you, Britt. Appreciate it.
the best.
Piece of cake.
So beautiful, Dad.
Good forward.
Thank you.